Hello, my name is Esmeralda Camacho and I'm a occupational therapy assistant student at Mountain View College. And today we're going to measure range of motion of the upper extremities. We're here with Lino and he's going to help us with this activity. Hi Lino, how are you today?
Good.
Do you have any pain today?
No.
Have you had any surgery before?
No.
Okay, so we are going to start measuring shoulder flexion. So please go ahead and face that way. Could you please raise your arm up and down as far as you can? Okay, so now we're gonna measure your shoulder flexion. Go ahead and raise your arm up. Okay. His measurement is 165 degrees. Now we're gonna measure shoulder extension. Okay, and go ahead and bring your arm back. Okay, his measurement is 53 degrees angle. Now we're gonna measure shoulder abduction. Go ahead and with your arm straight, raise it to your side as far as you can. The range of motion is 150. Now we're gonna measure shoulder horizontal abduction. With your arm straight, raise it up to your side. Keep your arm straight and bring it back. Her range of motion is 20 degrees. Now we're going to measure shoulder horizontal abduction. With your arm straight, raise it up to your side. Now go ahead and keeping your arm straight, bring it to the front. The range of motion of his shoulder abduction is 90 degrees. Now we're going to measure internal rotation. So go ahead and place your arm in this position. When I'm moving your arm, you're going to bring your elbow down. Go ahead and bring your elbow down. His range of motion is 35 degrees. Now we're going to measure shoulder external rotation. So place your arm in the same position. Without moving your arm, you're going to bring your elbow up. Bring your elbow up. His range of motion is 90 degrees. Now we're going to measure elbow flexion and extension. Okay, go ahead and keep your arm straight and bend your elbow towards you. His range of motion is 140 degrees. Now go ahead, bend your elbow towards you. Now bring it back. And it's 0 to 180 degrees. Now we're gonna measure arm supination and pronation. We're gonna start with supination. Okay, go ahead and bring your arm up. Okay, bring the top of the pen outward. Okay, his range of motion for supination is 60 degrees. Now go ahead and bring the top of the pen inward. The range of motion for pronation is 82 degrees. Now we're going to measure wrist flexion. Go ahead and place your hand in neutral position. Now, when I'm moving your arm, bring your hand towards your chest. Okay, his range of motion for wrist flexion is 85 degrees. Now we're gonna do a wrist extension. Okay, now bring your hand outward. His wrist extension is 50 degrees. Now we're going to measure wrist ulnar deviation. Go ahead and bring your wrist away from your body. The range of motion is 35 degrees. Now we are going to measure wrist radial deviation. Go ahead and bring your wrist towards your chest. The range of motion is 20 degrees. Now we're going to measure the range of motion of fingers, and we're going to start with MCP flexion. Okay? Go ahead and bend your finger towards you as far as you can. Okay? His range of motion of MCP flexion is 75. Now we're gonna do MCP extension. Place your finger straight. Okay. Now you're gonna bend your finger outward. His range of motion for extension is 30 degrees. Now we're gonna measure fingers, and we're gonna start with MCP abduction. So go ahead and open your finger towards you. His range of motion is 20 degrees. Open your finger towards you, and adduction it would be 0 degrees to 180 degrees. Go ahead and bring your finger inward. Close your finger. Now we're gonna do a PIP flexion. So go ahead and put your finger extended, and you're gonna go ahead and bend your finger that way. Go ahead and bend your finger as far as you can. The result for this is 95 degrees. Now go ahead and you're gonna bend your finger all the way down like this. Go ahead and bend your finger all the way down as far as you can. All the way down. The result for this is 70 degrees. Now we're gonna measure the range of motion of the thumb, and we're gonna start with CMC flexion. So go ahead and put your palm up. You're gonna go and bring your thumb towards your index finger. The range of motion for CMC flexion is 20 degrees. Now we're gonna measure CMC extension. So go ahead and put your palm down. You're gonna bring your thumb towards your chest. Open your thumb up towards your chest. The range of motion for CMC extension is 20 degrees. We're gonna measure thumb CMC abduction. So go ahead and place your hand in this position. And you're gonna bring your thumb, you're gonna open your thumb towards you. The range of motion for CMC abduction is 45 degrees. Now we're gonna do CMC opposition. So go ahead and place your palm facing up, and you're gonna touch with your thumb, with the tip of your thumb, you're gonna touch the tip of your pinky. Okay, that's it. And now we're gonna measure MCP flexion. So go ahead and place your hand in this position, and you're gonna bend your finger this way. Go ahead and bring your thumb towards your palm, bend it as far as you can. The range of motion for MCP flexion is 55 degrees. Now we're gonna measure IP flexion. So you're gonna bend your finger this way. Place your hand in neutral position. Go ahead and bend the tip of your finger, your thumb, as far as you can. The range of motion for IP flexion of the thumb is 75 degrees.